I don't think I've ever been this happy in my life. I'm just bursting. I see. I'm so happy for you, and I don't even know why. There's one other thing, and John's the one worried, honestly, what you'll think, whether you and Dad will be concerned.
I'm medically qualified, so I hope you won't find it presumptuous if I say, you should sit down.
There's another problem. Should I lay down on the ground for this?
I'm flying to New York tonight and then to Geneva the next day.
And I plan to join him in Geneva in 2 weeks so we can marry.
What the hell's the rush?
Well, we know we want to get married. We don't need any more time to decide.
Unless you two approve without any reservation, there won't be a marriage.
There are towns, cities in this country where you cannot, by law, drink from the same damn water fountain. Hell, it's in the Supreme Court right now. There are states where what you propose to do is illegal, regardless of the laws. The laws will protect you when you get pulled over. You cross the wrong county line.
I know all about America, Mr. Drayton. Why do you think I prefer to work in research labs overseas? Most major research labs here in the States won't let me in unless it's just to push a broom. Your father would happily support the idea of a mixed couple on the front page of his newspaper. But as soon as that idea appears in the flesh, in his home, and that flesh wants to marry his daughter, your father pulls out his editing knife.
Now I see you're the problem that's happening. Amusing to see an old phony liberal come face to face with his principles. Yes, I often suspected that underneath that fine liberal facade was a reactionary bigot just dying to get out.
Oh, go to hell.
My cousin ran off to Pittsburgh only to return home a few short months later. In time, the chocolate lost its flavor. Now she teaches Sunday school, and just last Christmas married a real American man. Voila, problem solved.
Remove absolutely everything that might subsequently remind me you had ever been there. I'm certain my family's not the sort you can afford to be associated with.
Christina, no. Don't speak, just go.
No matter how white you talk or how slicked up you dress, I know you like them street hustlers, talking folk out their money, penning prayers and magic medicine.
Miss Biggs, don't tell anyone. Got this revolutionary elixir, drink 3 times a day, magically makes me a doctor. Can I prescribe you some?
You might be charming, little Joey, but you ain't charmed me or her daddy not 1 minute.
John will accept whatever you say because he's a terribly sensitive man who will stand by his word and accept yours. Joey won't. The most obvious mistake that you're making is in underestimating your own daughter.
You wrote that the whole world needed a round table, that gathering and discussing our issues best expresses our humanity.
I was writing about the Middle East and the Gulf War.
Exactly. That a round table could save the bloodshed of millions, remember? That discourse, not war, is our true nature. Now look at us. This is the issue. An issue that deserves to include John's parents. Now look in the dining room. There's our round table.
I should have known something was wrong the minute we started driving up the hill to this neighborhood.
John, please.
This situation has surprised us too.
Surprise would be my retirement party. This here's an ambush. Is that all this country will ever do for you is steal. They'll steal your history. They'll steal your knowledge. They'll steal your research. They'll steal your skills, and they'll steal, and they'll steal, and they'll steal as they've stolen all throughout history. Son, I don't know if I can make you understand that that is all they will do. You working for a white man won't make him treat you any different. I'll let you know right now that I owe you nothing. You did what you were supposed to do because you brought me into this world. And ever since that day, you owe me everything you could do for me. Just as if I have any more kids, I will owe them everything. but you don't own me.
More room there, and my story crowd. More room there. Run home, children, run home.
Tilly.
I'll be at your wedding.
Oh, Tilly.
That's a lot of good reasons not to trust white folk. Good reason not to trust black folk too. We make each other distrustful. At times, it seems like it's getting better, but other times, it's forever the same.
The only weight he's laid on you is love. Whatever burden you feel, thanks to your father, is lighter in the next generation. He still carries you on his shoulder, Lil Brown.
That man does not know who I am anymore.
I don't know who you are anymore. You've never been disrespectful to your father.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Don't tell me that. Tell your father that. Mrs. Binks, I can't tell you whether I approve of it or not, but I can tell you this. My heart aches for my son.
Don't tell me you support this. And Mr. Strait, don't tell me you support this either.
I'd rather trust them and you'd rather see them hurt. It's as if the two of you forgot about anything that really mattered about anything in this life.
Your father is right about the world outside this house. There'll be 100 million people in this country who'll be shocked, offended, and appalled by the two of you. The two of you will have to ride that every day for the rest of your lives. There'll still be the one thing that would be worse. And that would be being what you two are and having what you two have, feeling what you two feel. You didn't get married. Are there any more unanswered questions?
Is anybody gonna eat dinner?
Dad, you need it at the table.